Hi friends, yogis, family, it's Reverend Shelley Dungan. Just inviting you into the space of kind of devotional reflection, taking the readings that I shared in class this morning at Norman Bird Sanctuary and just giving you a chance to hear them, whether you decide to listen while you're doing something else, or maybe you want to have a seat or lie down. And I'm glad that you're willing to share this time with me. The books that I read from are first and foremost, Your True Home, The Everyday Wisdom of Thich Nhat. So mindfulness in its one of its really pristine forms. And then also one of my favorite Kripalu authors, Danna Faulds, and this one is called Breath of Joy. So I'm going to read from both of these. But just to start out, let's find a way to be comfortable in our body. So however you need to make any adjustments, I'm sitting on my patio and it's a beautiful late August day. Gorgeous. So wherever you are and whatever time of day you're listening to this, anytime's a good time to just pause, relax, get centered, kind of open your awareness to things that are a little larger than the task at hand, whatever you have been doing. So some shifting breaths in and out through the nose, always a good way to open the door into mindfulness and into presence. Noticing the ground under you and the space around you, the breath moving in and out of your body. And this reading is called The Habit of Hurrying. Suppose you have the habit of getting into a hurried state while doing such things as shopping or cooking. With mindfulness, you recognize that you are rushing around, maybe even knocking things over, trying to finish quickly. Then you realize that the energy of being in a hurry has manifested itself. So you breathe in and out mindfully, and you say, "My dear habit energy, here you are again." And as soon as you recognize it, it will lose its strength. If the energy of hurrying, or whatever it is, comes back again, you just do this again, and it'll come to lose its strength. You don't have to fight the energy, just recognize it and smile at it. Every time you recognize it, it becomes a little weaker until eventually it doesn't dominate or control you anymore. So that is the power of awareness, of really noticing what's happening in the moment. So a question you can ask yourself, and sometimes a hand over the heart really just, drops us into our interior a little bit more. Question is, what habit energy am I aware of these days? Rushing is a pretty common one, but there are lots of other habit energies, just that conditioning that shows itself in ways that don't bring us into peace and happiness. Sometimes it could be the energy of procrastination or judgment, regret, indifference, perfectionism, wishing things were different. Sometimes the habit energy is just that rehearsing of the past or this compulsive planning of the future just to protect ourselves from the unknown. So give yourself a few moments here and notice, is there any habit energy that's been showing itself, manifesting recently, or even just in the last few minutes before you started this devotional reflection? And can we bring in some of that lighthearted, sweet humor and gentleness that Thich Nhat invites us into, saying, "My dear habit energy, here you are again." No judgment in that, just awareness. And of course, coming in to a deeper connection with our breath. Beautiful thing. Here's some nice words from Danna Faulds. Breathe in spaciousness and acceptance of what is, and breathe out resistance. Breathe in possibility and optimism, and breathe out fear and doubt. Breathe in ease, and breathe out the need to change the way the moment is unfolding. Breathe in the certainty that what we really are is so much bigger than any of our troubles. And breathe out the limitation and the conditioning. Breathe in divinity and openness, and breathe out a prayer of thanks that even in the midst of difficulty, there is the gift of awareness. There's body awareness in the form of sensation. There's heart awareness in the form of tending to the emotions as they rise and fall, often like waves or little clouds floating by. Right? There's awareness of the mind stream and what's there. And partnering the awareness with non-judgmental presence. That's the gold right there. I invite you into just a minute of silence, and here are some great words about silence. And Thich Nhat calls it elegant silence. During the time that you're practicing mindfulness, you stop talking. Not only the talking outside, but the talking inside. The talking inside is the thinking, the mental discourse that goes on and on and on. Real silence is the cessation of talking of both the mouth and of the mind. And this is not the kind of silence that oppresses us. It's a very elegant kind of silence, a very powerful kind of silence. It is the silence that heals and nourishes us. So just invite you to rest with me just for a minute and be willing to observe whatever might shed as this elegant silence is welcomed in. I think even just one heartbeat of quiet, stillness, silence can be precious and really, really refreshing. And then lastly, something that maybe will put a smile on your face, by Danna Faulds, and it's called Recipe. Take one precious human life, add a slice of mindfulness, a heaping cup of contemplative practice, any flavor you choose. Dissolve the personal self in a quart of self-inquiry. Blend laughter, love, well-being, prayer, awareness, ease, and truth. Mix the ingredients and bake until done. Recipe serves everyone. Leftovers can be used in open-faced, non-dual sandwiches. Feel free to experiment with unusual ingredients, and the cooking time will vary. Nice little lighthearted way to finish off. So once you join me in interlacing the fingers, always reminding us that when we come back into these gentle contemplative spaces, parts of ourselves just seem to fall back in coordination with each other, a little more harmonious, I hope. And as the hands rest over the heart and the head just bows slightly, feel the breath in your body. Feel where you are in time and space. Take some breaths that might draw in that quality of trusting. Trusting that you already have what you need. It's already here, deep within you. Having confidence in your own personal power and a power greater than yourself, and that's what's signified in this mudra, Vajra Pradama. And as the hands come off the heart, just slowly open your arms out. See if you can find a really broad spread. And the next inhalation, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Feel your palms meet. And when you breathe out, trace that line with your thumbs through the mind space and right back down to the heart space. And I send each one of you wishes for peace, health, and happiness now and always. Namaste. Have a great rest of your day.